We got
Main
Curtis
event.
Blaydes versus Tom Aspinall.
Young Frank
Everybody,
Mir.
high hopes for Tom Aspinall. Going into
Yeah.
this is a huge test. Curtis Blaydes,
Mhm.
somebody that has been a contender for quite some time, a staple of the heavyweight division. Some used to call one
Yeah.
trick pony, and then he was like, no, let me start smashing people as well.
Check
Start
these
knocking people out.
1-2s.
Check
These
these one twos out.
somehow lightning fast 1-2s at heavyweight all of a sudden. Like
They've
his
always
1-2
been
is
there,
quick.
and he's just never wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Who
Very
knows?
fast.
But yeah, so it didn't end the way we would have wanted it to, right?
You could say it also, I mean, didn't start the way that we wanted it to.
Yeah, okay,
Because
so
this was
let's
what?
describe it a little bit.
15 seconds.
So we have Tom Aspinall comes out like a bat out of hell, man. Nonstop pressure,
London.
just throwing rights, lefts, right? Curtis Blaydes catching him with some counters. Actually, I think he
Really
caught Tom
catching him.
Aspinall a little bit off guard. He wasn't expecting
Yeah.
Blaydes to be that quick.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall was kind of just running straight at him. And Curtis Blaydes was like, all right, let me just run into my straight punches. And I think Tom was about to make the adjustment and to be like, okay, I can't just blitz through this guy. Let me throw some leg kicks.
Yeah, and then he throws a hard leg kick right
Yeah.
onto Curtis Blaydes' thigh, and when he steps back and he puts his foot down on the canvas, he falls, holding his knee in serious pain.
Grimacing in pain.
Looked pretty bad. Now, when
And
they're
thank
showing the slow
God.
motion replay,
Hmm.
I was like looking for the knee to buckle, or I was trying to see
I don't know.
what
I
it
was looking for
was.
some kind of pop or twist or something. Nothing.
Yeah.
But thank God uh, he was fighting Curtis Blaydes and not someone like Derek Lewis or something.
Oh,
Because
Derek Lewis would
Curtis
have
Blaydes,
smashed on him.
yeah, Curtis Blaydes, I mean, look at him right there. He recognized, immediately just walked away. But that could have been bad. He could have eaten some
Could have
bad
been really
shots.
bad. Now, Aspinall, dude, had been on an absolute tear. We had talked
Hmm.
about the fact that we need to bring him up slowly. This guy, we got something in him, right?
Skyrocketing.
We got
Yeah.
something in him. Beats Jake Collier, Alan Badeau, Andre Arlovsky, and we're like, okay, Sergey Spivak, Alexander Volkov
That was the
beats him.
big test.
That was a big one. And then the biggest test for him so far, Curtis Blaydes, and I'm just so sad to have seen it end that way, man.
Well, also, yeah, definitely. But also that whole run that you just listed, he finished all of them.
Yeah.
Like that's impressive.
That's very impressive. Very impressive. So again, a lot of people had some really high hopes for Tom Aspinall. It doesn't mean he's out of the game. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? He'll be
I wonder
back.
what it is, man. They still haven't said. I've heard PCL, I've heard MCL, I've heard
Oof.
fracture in the shin. Like
Heard
some
it
people,
all?
yeah. I don't think it's ACL because normally they say if you tear your ACL, once the initial tear is done, obviously that's super painful, but you can walk on it. A lot of people like tear their ACL and like walk off the field, in like football
Yeah.
or something like that. But not Tom. He was in pain like the entire time. It was pretty brutal. They had to put him in that little, like, what is that? Like a cast almost? That
An
like little.
aircast?
Is that what it is?
I don't know, dude.
Dr. Romero over here.
Yeah,
Aircast.
exactly.
Did
Pretty
you say
sure
put
it's
him
an
in that little
aircast.
cart too?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough, man. When heavyweights are like go down like that, like who's gonna carry the stretcher?
Curtis Blaydes?
Yeah, Curtis.
Maybe. Curtis Blaydes is helping him out, picks him up.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I've never
uh,
seen someone get like put in a little cart and he's like being wheeled around. I don't know. Something about it was funny.
but yeah,
Feel
man.
bad for him, but
So Curtis Blaydes didn't want it to end this way either, because Curtis Blaydes had something to prove.
mhm,
They throw him this young dog, this guy that everybody says, hey, this guy is the next big thing in the heavyweight division. Curtis Blaydes
mhm.
wants another shot at the title.
Yeah, he wants to fight Ngannou the third time.
Yeah, and he's showing Uncle Dana. He's like, look at my hands now, right? Like I'm making the changes.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be an exciting fighter, and then this happened. So I feel bad for Curtis Blaydes too.
yeah. I mean, lost opportunity for him too. It
Yeah.
sucked.
Yep.
Uh, I wonder. I wonder. If this is the first part of a curse, because
Oh no.
because what the UFC should have done, we talked about it with the heavyweight matchups, because Francis is out for a while, right? Um,
Yep.
they Tom Aspinall, Tai Tuivasa skyrocketing, Curtis Blaydes
Hmm.
still there, Cyril Gane still there, and Stipe in the wing, waiting in the wings, maybe for John Jones, who knows?
Yep.
And we were like, John Jones versus Stipe, just make that happen just because it's a massive fight. And
that's what they're talking about now,
you
right?
just do that. Yeah. And Tom Aspinall and Tai Tuivasa are both the young bucks. They're kind of rowdy, London. Tai Tuivasa does the shoey, all this stuff. And they call each other out, and they're like, we want to do it in London. And the UFC's like, actually, we're going to have Tom fight Curtis Blaydes, terrible matchup for you. And we're going to have Tai fight Cyril Gane, terrible matchup for you. And I wonder if Tai versus Cyril Gane is going to be cursed as well because they fucked up the matchmaking. They should have done Cyril Gane versus Curtis Blaydes and Tom versus Tai. We'll see. This
Yeah. So now if Gane or Tai Tuivasa pull out, or what if something really similar happens?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah, but I mean, what's next for Tom Aspinall then? I mean, he's probably gonna have to recover quite some time. Yeah, we have to wait and see what happens. Man. But you're probably not gonna throw him right up against a Curtis Blaydes. And look at this, by the way. This is awesome, right? This is one of the things I love about the sport. It doesn't always, end up where the two guys are drinking beers afterwards and chilling. But Curtis Blaydes, I was reading on Tom Aspinall's social medias that Curtis Blaydes and team went up to check on him to make sure he was okay. And while he was up there, they, started drinking a few brewskis.
Yeah, as they do.
As they do, exactly. So super cool, Curtis Blaydes and team.
Did you see what Tom posted on Instagram on his story?
What?
Rich, I just put it in the private chat if you want to load that link real quick. Also, Tom seemed to be in good spirits. I don't know if they just gave him a shit ton of painkillers or what, because there's a video of him and Molly McCann at like a bar and with Chris Curtis, and like the whole bar is like singing about like the Tom Aspinall chant, and he's just with a crutch. That is what he posted on Instagram.
Oh man. So for anybody that's just listening, it's Peter Griffin from Family Guy holding his knee on the canvas that has replaced Tom Aspinall in that picture. Pretty classic. Oh, poor guy, man.
But yeah, I mean, about it.
For sure. And again, props to Curtis Blaydes and team for being so classy about it too, even on the post-fight interview.
Curtis Blaydes seems like a good dude. He kind of always has.
Yeah.
Zero controversy with him ever.
Zero controversy. Yeah. And I think that's part of the reason why the UFC doesn't push him very much is because he's never up here and he's never really down here. He's just so even keeled. Seems like a nice guy, good guy, and then you have like on the other side, John Jones doing coke and like partying
choking strippers, and
and
shooting guns with homeless people, and
they're like, that's the guy.
They're like,
that guy right there.
This is the star.
but also hasn't lost in the UFC outside of the DQ.
Maybe the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it too.
Yeah.
We're all shitting on John Jones, and I mean, quite honestly, he's one of the best fighters ever, right? So
yeah, probably the
hilarious. Best. All right. I mean, well, not too much else on the main event there. Again, fortunate way that it ended.
Man, back to back main events for the UFC.
Crazy, right?
That just I mean, this was 15 seconds, blows his knee out. Brian Ortega last week tears his shoulder out. I mean, just anticlimactic.
Both, 2 weeks in a row.
Crazy.
The curses. All right. Hey, everybody. Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.